Good afternoon, children. In the morning session, we learnt about ninth prose, whatever we do. In the morning session, we learned that Clifford Mottes, the author, is a Christian by birth, a socialist by choice, a liar by profession. He was an RTI activist. The author has written this present prose, whatever we do, in which we learned whatever the things, actions or anything we do, we should try to do it in better way. He says, success is a journey. Progress is a journey. They are not a destination. Because nothing is complete, nothing is best, everything is better. There will be better performances in future. That's why you should not feel anything is best, everything is better. Then only there is a choice for our improvement. He has given some examples from his daily experience. One is how to thank a person. Instead of saying thanks all the time, he used some innovative words like thanks a lot, thank you from the bottom of my heart, I am very grateful to you, etc. like this. And also he has given some examples of how to make our communication better. So just by speaking or adding words to our action and actions to our words, that makes our communication much better. And also he gave an example of a lift. What happened, what the person who was inside the lift has done when they came down. Instead of wasting the time, they are simply helped. They did their job nicely but did not speak. The author expected that without speaking, the action is not good. Along with the action, there must be some words. If they would have said some words, just sir, 1 minute sir, please sir, that would be better. Another trainee said, if we thought of lending a helping hand to them, that would be much better. The author accepted also. In such a way, we can make our things better. Let's learn about some more examples the author gives. See, what you want to give us. Let's see. You go to a shop and ask for something. Most often, the shopkeeper or the salesperson reaches out to the item you want and hands it over to you. No word, nothing. So every one of us visit in the shops. If you go to medical shop, electrical shop or grocery shops, anywhere you go. So what you will do? Definitely you will ask for the things we want. If you say items, the most of the time what the shopkeeper or the salesperson will do, just listen to our words, what we want, and simply goes to the rack and bring the same things to you. You go to the rack and get the things what we have, what we wanted. Without words, without speak. No word, nothing. Suppose he were to say just 2 words. Yes, sir. I will get you, sir. 1 minute, sir. If you say 1 or 2 minutes here and there, that would make his work much better. Definitely, that kind of people will attract the business, because you might have seen most of the petrol pumps we are taking our vehicles, just they put their gun and fill the petrol or diesel that how much we wanted. But there are some petrol pumps in which whenever we go inside, just say good morning sir, good evening sir, how much you want sir, see it is 0 sir, like this they are speaking. That is expected in the communication. That's why author says, if a salesperson simply handed over the things you wanted is not good. So along with this work, if he say 1 minute sir, it's okay sir, yes sir, that would make his communication much better. In posh restaurants, the waiters or stewards do say good morning. There are some posh restaurants. In the posh restaurants, there are some suppliers that we call waiters or stewards do say good morning. So whenever they come to us, they say good morning. So what order can I take from you, sir? Like this they will ask. But in most of the restaurants, but you have noticed that how waiters have behaved in most of our restaurants. They did not speak anything to us. They simply come and put the um, glass of water on our table and simply stands. It means he is expecting the orders from us. He don't want to say. He don't want to speak out what he wants from us. So if you have noticed how the waiters have behave in most of our restaurants, in spite of the fact that the food and ambience are quite good. In spite the ambience means character and atmosphere of a place is so nice. The food is nice, everything is nice, but they did not speak anything. In spite of the fact that the food and the ambience are quite good, they usually come and stand near. They come and stand near expecting you to place the order. It means you have to play, whenever he comes to us, it means you have to place our order without asking. You should not ask anything else, but you have to answer what we want from that restaurant. Suppose they said just 2 words, yes sir, yes sir. What can I bring for you, sir? What can I do for you? Just you ask a word or 2 words here and there. That would also make the waiter's job much better. That's the thing, as said previously, add action to our words and words to action. That will make our actions so beauty. That's the beauty of communication. Without action, if you go on speaking, it will be boring. Without speaking, if you are doing so nicely, it also attracts anybody. That nobody will like it because people expect a different things from us. That's why whatever the work we do, along with the work we do better, we should speak some words. We should speak some words. That's why he has given examples of the shopkeeper and a waiter in a hotel. So in our next paragraph, so look at another example of a doctor. Doctors treating patients can make their jobs much better if they chose to speak nicely to their patients. A word here and a word there. Most doctors are serious or even stern. Probably they imply that they are doing serious works. But talking nicely and reassuringly is also a part of treatment, isn't it? It is said that a couple of friendly words from a doctor or even a smile can go long a way in making the patient feel better. It is very, very important. So when we go to the hospitals for treatment, some of the doctors will treat better. Some of the doctor will welcomes us with smile and asks us, so if we make a words of comfort before treating us. But most of the doctors will not do so. What they will do? When the doctors treating the patient, they can't speak anything. Just they listen to your problems and give the prescriptions, what is the necessary for it, and send us. If you do so, though you gave us a good treatment, we feel bad. What a doctor is. He asked us nothing. He didn't speak a words of comfort to me. How can he believe? How can a patient get believe in the doctors? That's why, along with the treatment, the doctor has to speak some words of comfort and reassuring for the patients. It is very, very, very necessary. So doctors treating patients can make their jobs much better if they chose to talk nicely to their patients. This is very essential. Speaking nicely to the patients is also a part of the treatment. A word here and there also make the patient comfort. Yes, this doctor's treatment will make me better. You will get belief in the doctors. That's why the doctor has to speak some words of comfort and reassuring with the patient. And even still, most of the doctors are serious. They never spoke. Serious, even stern. They sit simply without speaking anything. Probably, why they do so? Why they sit simply and stern? Because they wanted to imply that they are very serious. They want to show us that they are very serious person. That's why they are doing so. No, that's not good. You should not do so. But talking nicely and reassuringly is also a part of the treatment. So whatever the treatment you give, without speaking nicely to the patients, you will not be cured. If your words of comfort along with the treatment make the patient get cured very easily, because his mind will got relief from the pain or the disease he was suffering. That's why, so what is important? The words of comfort and reassuring from the doctors is very, very necessary, because it is a part of the treatment. It is a part of the, it is not a part of a communication, it is a part of a treatment. Such communication is expected and it is very essential for the patients, because they will get comfort. You will get a comfort by the words of a doctor. If you say, oh, here and there, nothing will be happening. So be calm. So you will be cured in 1 or 2 days. Take a rest for 1 or 2 days. You will take some tablets. You will be cured. If you say 1 or 2 words here and there, the patient gets satisfied, is mentally relieved, then his treatment works very nicely. That's why speaking nicely with the patients is also a part of the treatment. So doctors speak in a nice manner, isn't it? Yes, definitely. The doctors should speak nicely with their patients, because it is a part of a treatment. It is said that a couple of friendly words from a doctor, or even a smile of, can go a long way in making the patient feel better. If a doctor speak a couple of words or even a smile with the patient, make the patient feel better and comfort with the doctor, then only his treatment will accept. That's why, so whatever the work we do, whether we are giving the thanks, or whether we are giving the teaching for the training students, or any public places, or even the shopkeeper doing his job, or a waiters doing their service, or even the doctors treating, in almost all those situations, what is necessary? Improvement, better. They are not doing better. So in all those situations, what is needed? Innovative improvement is needed. Why it is not progress? Because they are not thinking of any better. They should think better in their works, better in their words. Then only their service, their work will be better. See another example. On certain occasion, I hailed an auto rickshaw. The author, one certain particular situation, occasion, he got a rickshaw, auto rickshaw. You might have seen the cities. There are, you will get for a hire for 20 rupees, 30 rupees, 50 rupees, like this. He hired an auto. Asked her, city hospital. He said the destination. What is the destination? City hospital. The author wanted to go to the city hospital. The automan did not look at me. See, he did not look even at the customer. He did not say yes. But he simply downed the meter. Just when he asked to go to the city hospital, without speaking, without any glance, without any look, without any smile, what did he do? He downed the meter. It means he is ready to take him to the destination, but without any speak. That looks very odd. The auto rickshaw driver should not behave in such a way with his customer. He should give a smile. He should say, yes sir, please sir, come in sir. He has to speak some words with his customers. It's a very expected thing. But here the auto rickshaw driver did not speak any words of the comfort. Just he downed the meter. Well, it is a clear indication. It is a very clear signal from the driver that he was willing to take the author to his destination. What is the destination? City market. Okay. He is ready to agree to take the author to the destination of city market, but without any words. Without any, whenever just is simply down his meter, it is an indication that he is ready to take him to the destination. But would not it have been much better? See, is it not be better if we say some words? Yes, sir. Please come in. Please get in, sir. If you say one or two words, yes, I am ready, sir. Please come, sir. Please get in, sir. If you say, auto rickshaw driver say these one or two words, it would have make his work much better. Instead of simply taking him to the destination, if you gave a smile, if you spoke your words here and there, like please, sir, get in, sir, simply said, come, sir, that would make his work much better. The least he could have done was make a gesture with his face and hand. At least if he was unable to speak, just he can make a gesture. Gesture means how about? With his hands and face. ಮುಖ ಮತ್ತು ಕೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಂಗಿಕ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬಹುದಿತ್ತು. But he did not say. But he did not say. I did mention the point to him. He mentioned the point to him. The author mentioned that particular point to the author rickshaw. You should not do so. You should speak some words. Sir, yes sir, please sir, come sir, come in sir, I am ready sir. Just speak the words like this. The author told the auto rickshaw driver. On another occasion, I called an auto. So it is one incident. So another incident, once again he called an auto. Said, Central Market. What is the destination? Central Market. Previously, he wanted to go to the city hospital. Now, on the second occasion, he hailed an auto and his destination was Central Market. He said, the auto driver said, sorry sir. Why? Because he was not ready to go to the destination. Sorry sir. It is a time. It is a time for me to hand over the auto. It is a time for me to hand. So, I had got the auto by hire. I had to give back to him. I had to return my auto in time. So his time is over, sir. So I am sorry. I can't take you to your destination because he said sorry. Why? Because he was unable to take the customer to his destination. Because he also gave the reason why he's sorry. Because it is a time for him to return the auto. Return the auto again. Hand over the auto. It's a time for me to hand over the auto to another person. So it was very beautiful answer he asked. Very nice answer. It is an improvement. This is the expected communication. The first time when the author called an auto, what he say? He did not speak anything. Just he downloaded the meter. It is a clear indication he was ready to take this destination. But at the second occasion, he hailed an auto to the Central Market. Now the auto rickshaw driver was very innovative. He said, sorry sir, because he was unable to take him to the destination. He said the reason. What was the reason? It was the time for him to hand over the auto. And so saying, he hailed another auto and asked, Guru, Central Market. He did not stop there. Instead of along with saying the reason why he was not taking him, he called another auto. His friend's auto. Guru, Central Market. That man agreed and I got him. This shows that we can say no also in the most pleasant way. So even he can say, no sir. So instead of no saying no, he said sorry. He said reason why he was not ready to take him to the destination, because it was a time for him to hand over the auto. Along with this, he hailed another auto to take him to his destination. This is so much better. The second auto rickshaw driver communication is much better. That was the author expecting. So that kind of action words we need in our action. Then our work will be smart. Otherwise it's simply boring. It's the same thing we are doing every time. It's boring. So we should need some innovative methods. This is one of the innovative in the auto rickshaw driver we have found. So most of the times auto rickshaw driver did not speak anything. Or they can say no, but this person did not say no or yes, but instead of that, he say sorry, because it was a time for him to hand over the auto. Along with this, he helped by saying another auto, called another auto, Guru, take to the central market. So this is how communication is expected from the society, from the citizen. This is a it is a society, educated society. We needed such expressions from the people. The people also expect such kind of expressions, such kind of words from the person who gave us the service. Okay, I think it's clear. Next, even a very ordinary thing like giving alms to a beggar can be done in better way. So when we go outside, definitely some beggars will come. They ask for alms, 1 rupee, 2 rupees, 5 rupees, like this, or even some alms. If you give, they will go away. So that also can be do better. Here's an examples how. If a beggar come to you and ask for alms, what you will do? If you put hands in your pocket and simply find some coins, if you find some coins, you will simply give. Otherwise, you can say no. Here, take this. Here, take this. We can say nicely and some feeling. We understand with some feeling. You can say, here it is, take. With some feeling you have to say. You should not say, okay, you should give like this. You should not give like this. If you want to give happily, with feeling. That is expected. If you want to give something, whatever the thing you do, we can give 1 rupees, 5 rupees, 10 rupees, that's not important. How you give is important. While you are giving, your expression, your happiness should be there. You should give with happy. You should give with happy, with feeling. What do most people do? Do the people, all the people will give the alms in the same way with feelings? No. No. They refuse to look at the beggar. If a beggar comes in front of us, we just we do not look at him. Just we are pretending we are looking at somewhere. We are not interested in him. We are not look at him like this. We are behaving. We are looking somewhere. We need not to respond. We are not ready to respond to that beggar, whether we give it or not. Let us do some expressions. Some reactions we have to give. If you ask for alms, we can. If you want to give, we can give. Otherwise, you can say, no, I don't have. Please go. Like this, we have to say. But instead of that, what the people will do? They looks very serious. They do not even look at even do not have a glance at it. That is not expected in the civic society. It is a civic society. People expecting much from us. That's why we should be better in our performance. We should be better in our work. No, also the most of the pleasant way. Refuse to look at the beggar. If he persists, this indicate he should go ahead. This shows. If he refuse to look even at the beggar, that shows that he was not ready to go. You should go away. You should go further. Some say, Munde hoga pa. Some people say, if you want to give, they will give. Otherwise, Munde hoga pa. It means he is not ready. You can go further. You can collect from the others. Some such things. Some did not say anything. Some did not say anything, but try to shun the beggar by their body language. They don't want to say anything, but just want to say by their body language. They can't give up. Yeah, they can't give anything to the beggar. They shown through their body language. That's also better. And finally, when the giving alms become inevitable, giving alms become inevitable. You have to give. If the situation comes, they give grindingly. So without any feeling they give. If the giving alms become inevitable, the people will give the alms without any feeling. That should not be give. The done. So if you want to give, if you wish to give alms, give it happily. Give it with feelings. Don't give grindingly. If you decide to give alms, should we not do so gracefully? Should we not give happily? Yes, definitely If you want to give alms, you should give happily with feelings, not with any other gestures. In Mumbai, they have a nice way of saying. In the Mumbai, the people of the Mumbai are nice way of saying. If they are unable to give alms, they say maaf karo. They all say maaf karo. Maaf karo means please excuse, I am unable to give. It's a nice way of saying sorry, I am not able to give. Maaf karo means sorry, I am not able to give you alms. This is one of the nice manner, a better manner of communication even while giving the alms. Though it looks very simple, but it show your manner, show your culture, show your communication. That's why these are expected nowadays. In the communication of present is expected such kind of words, such kind of expression is needed. That's why we have to cultivate such things, such innovative things in our actions or words, whatever we do. So one more example the author is to say, we have a number of notices, instructions and order like no parking, no smoking, no admissions, visitors' cars are not allowed, and so on and so forth. If you go outside, any offices or any kind of the marketing places, you might have noticed some notices, instructions and orders like this: no parking, no smoking, no admissions, visitors' cars not allowed. Such kinds of instructions, orders we have found. We have found. Don't, the author feels, don't these sound rather rough? Doesn't this look rough? No parking, no admission, no smoking. Definitely these words seems to be rough. True, people are trying to be brief. So why they are doing so? Because the people are becoming brief. Because brevity is a genuine need in such public notice. Public notices should not be long. If the public notices are so long, nobody will listen. Nobody will read. Nobody will have glance at them. That's why the genuinity of the brevity is public notices are expected brevity. That's why they have written only no parking, no smoking like this. Because brevity is a genuine need in such public notice. But we have seen that at least in the case of smoking, so there are some innovative ideas they have used in some of the places like this. People have made some innovations. Nowadays they write, thanks for not smoking. Instead of saying no smoking, it looks very hard. It looks very rough. In some places they have written, thank you for not smoking. Thank you for not smoking is so better than the words, so innovative, so better than the word no smoking. No smoking, it looks rough, but thank you for not smoking is a very kind way of giving instruction. A kind way of giving instruction. Such kindness is necessary even giving notice, even giving orders, that is expected. That's what the author wanted to say. Whatever we do, try to do it better. Try to do it nicely. Try to do it comfortably. That's what he wanted to say. Can't we try to use better terms in such, in other cases also? Can't we try to use better terms in other cases also? There are so many cases. These are some of the only few examples. Throughout our life, in our life, such a number of hundreds of occasions we have come across. Can't we try to use better terms? Is it not possible or not? Yes, definitely it is possible. If we think, how can use these particular words in a better way? How can use this particular situation in a better? How can I handle this particular situation in a better way? If you think, definitely you will get an idea. What idea? How to handle the situation, how to speak better. Definitely you will think. That's why you have to think better terms, In the case also, I am not suggesting that in every case we should say. So the author is not suggesting in every time we should say thank you for not smoking, thank you for etc. Like this we should not say all the times thank you for, but you have to search some new ideas. We can think of innovative methods to make our orders, instructions and notice. The author expected that we should get some innovative methods, innovative say new ideas, make our orders, instructions or notices sound more polite and more polished. In South India, some restaurants are famous for tasty fare. In South India, some restaurants are very famous for a tasty fare. Therefore, they have a big rush because of the tasty fare. South India restaurants have a big rush. There is a lot of people who are coming, but the opportunities are very less, and it's a problem for the management. If there are only 5 or 10 tables, hundreds of customers may come at the same time. It is very difficult to handle. Then they are not able to make the customers to go out while they are serving. That's why they have invented some new ideas like this. Naturally, therefore, they have a big rush. It is a problem for the management. In one such restaurant, I saw a board. The author saw a board in one such restaurant that don't sit here for a long time. There was a board. Don't sit here for a long time. It means that if you sit for a long time, that will be a problem for the hotel and also the persons who are waiting outside. But though it is a true, it looks very hard. It looks very rough. Luckily, I saw another place, a board. Luckily, the author saw a board on another place which was written like this: please make room for waiting customers. What is written? Please make room for waiting customers. As like you, so many customers also waiting outside. Make and vacate your room for them, for those waiting friends, customers, kindly. In yet another place, I saw a notice which read, kindly make room for waiting friends. Kindly make room for waiting friends. In everywhere, in every situation like this, we can make the things better. Whatever we do, we should try to do better. We should try to do in better way, in better polished way, in better civilized way. We have to speak. We have to think of some innovative ideas, innovative methods, even in giving alms, even telling a thanks, even doctor treating the patients, or anything else, or even the shopkeeper serving the customer. So whatever, even auto rickshaw service, whatever, in all the occasions, what is needed, along with this work, along with their good work, they are expected to speak some words. The words of nice, the words of kind, the words of comfort. Along those, they should be very polite and innovative. So innovative is a new idea should be used. Just like we have seen the notices, no smoking. They have used some restaurants. They have used some new ideas like, please make rooms for waiting friends, or kindly make rooms for waiting friends. Like this, we can use. If we think, definitely we get some innovative ideas in our day-to-day life. That's why the author's intention is, we are all civilized people. We should not be we should not be same in all the words, all the ways, all the situation. As for the time and the situation, our communication should be goes on changing. Goes on changing better, every day, every month. That is expected. That is the expected thing from the today's people, because today the people are very polished, they are very civilized. So that's why they too expect the same from the people who gave us their survey, who gave them a service or anything else. I think you might have understood the lesson of the part 2 today's class. Thanks for the today's class. Thank you.